Alright guys, this is Mithril back with another Tiny Tina's Wonderlands legendary item guide video, and today the item we are showing off is... Hold on, I may have to throw something on the ground. Here it is, the Trick Mirror. So, before I go over the item, let me tell you guys how you can get it. And the way to get this item is by going into the Chaos Chamber, because it is a Chaos Chamber item only, it looks like. Yes. It doesn't say who it drops from. All it says is it's the Chaos Chamber pool, so I don't know if that means the Ward Bunny or just enemies in the chamber, but yeah. Not too descriptive. Anyways, it's Anshin. Okay, it's got twin demon heads. It's got some claws. It's got the eye. Okay, its red text is Misdirection Stan. So, the unique ability of the Trick Mirror is, while warded, the Trick Mirror has a 75% chance to directly reflect projectile damage back at the attackers and spawn a projectile that seeks out a nearby enemy, dealing physical damage. So, let's say somebody shoots you. Does that damage actually hurt you and then reflect back, or does it just reflect back and you're fine? That right there is going to be a key difference, depending on, you know, the shield, the ward. Anyways, this is what I'm rocking. Here are my skills. I, chose this character on purpose because of a Blight Collar, depending on what the shield does, if it does take damage or if it does not. Then I do have 10 points into the beginning of each of the myth rank items and chaos 20. So let's see here. Am I going to take damage? It's a little bit like the Chamois. It just doesn't absorb it, it just reflects it. Which could be better depending on what you're doing. No, it looks like it does not do damage. Or maybe it does. Okay, yeah, it looks like when they do attack you, it does take damage. Okay. So melee attacks are still going to get through. Nothing's going to be reflected on this guy. Okay, so yeah. Having the Blight Collar and then amped up is going to be really beneficial for this shield, because as long as you're doing some sort of shock damage, your shield is always going to be up, which means you're always going to be reflecting damage. So as long as it's not a boss that does a huge melee attack on you, theoretically you should never die. Like this guy here, melee, come on. Nothing reflects back, but hey, a little bit of shock damage, and boom, it's back up. This guy over here has a gun. Even though he's attacking me, it's doing a shock back at him, so my shield or ward, whatever you want to call it, is never going to deplete. So you really only have to worry about melee bosses or falling off a cliff, something like that. So yeah, if you're a Blight Collar, this shield could be pretty good to you. You might want to try using it. Now the real question is, how much damage does it do back? Okay, there's that projectile that does physical damage. Oh yeah, you can see it right there, the white text. Okay, now I'm curious to see how much damage. Because it doesn't say how much damage it does. So I wonder if it's like the full attack, like the full damage they would do to you, coming back onto them. I mean, they are killing themselves pretty good.
Might have lived if you'd run.
I'm curious. Okay, yeah. It looks blue, so I was wondering. But yeah, it is physical damage because it is white. I mean, look at this. I'm not dying because my wyvern is out doing shock damage. Then, oh no! My shield's going down, and it's back up. Alright, let us go and test it out now on a boss. I just have to think of a boss that does gun damage. Maybe the Wastard? Let's go find out. Okay, now I'm here at Karnak's Wall at the positive headspace where the Wastard is because maybe the Wastard does gun damage? I do not think that works. Okay, I was kind of hoping that the staff would count as gun damage. I may have to try it out on somebody else. I'm trying to think, who does gun damage in here that's a boss? None I can think of off the top of my head. I don't know if there is a boss that does just pure gun damage. Maybe somebody in the chamber? I don't really know. Because everybody I'm thinking of does like melee, or they do attacks like this. And this obviously is not reflecting back, so yeah, that's not gonna work. Alright, let me try somebody else if I can figure it out. No, I don't think there is. I think everybody does like melee or like magic attacks. Vorkanar does fire attacks. Ribula, or no, not Ribula, Zomboss does melee. The Banshee does magic attacks. Parasite summons and does magic attacks. Who's... Oh, Lachance does melee. Who's the boss here? Drill does melee. I don't know what the boss is there. Karnak's Wall is the Wastard. The Snake Lady does magic. Nightmare does melee. And then the Dragon Lord does pretty much melee too. So yeah, there's not really a boss that does gun damage. Okay, well, you guys get the point. Anyways, that's going to be today's video on the Trick Mirror. Very, very nice shield, especially if you're Blightcaller and you're doing any sort of shock damage. It's always going to be up, and you should theoretically never die. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe because of what's on my channel, and because I will appreciate like always. And then let me know, did I use this ward correctly? If I did, great. If I didn't, make sure to let me know, because then I'll do a part 2 on it. But for now, all I really can say is I hope to see you guys next time.